Okay. Thank you. Okay, on we, when you load the van up to today, leave that thing outside, that mixer outside, because I'm gonna unload it and then try it out in in our home system. I'm determined to make it work. That mixer, yeah. Because we need to learn how to use it at the other temple. At the other temple, the mixer is no good. So we need to figure out how to use it with the roasting temple, because eventually we use the organized our sentence there. Okay. They only give us half a day.
Do you want me to join
If you like, you have to learn sometime. Okay, let's get going, guys. But you have to give her a right today, right? Back. So maybe another day. This will take long. It probably takes me 20 minutes to figure it out. You can do the manual. Today is not Earth or Sutra. I got our own Sutra. And at number 27.
Thank you, Danny, for fixing that for me on the slideshow.
Okay.
That's nice. Separating that. Thank you.
I couldn't get that straight.
Does it work with lots of people? Or
No, it's just Jack, so I just put this on.
Doing virtues out of compassion for the sake of this assembly and all living beings. Please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach us how to leave suffering, attain bliss, and burden death, and quickly realize non-birth.
Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one.
Homage to the blessed, noble, and perfectly enlightened one.
Namo Saranto Suche Doye, Ula Hori Samyo Samputo Siye.
Namo Saranto Suche Doye, Ula Hori Samyo Samputo Siye.
Namo Dakata Toya Daya Arahade Tami Tambo Datawa.
Namo
The unsurpassed, the profound, so wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now I've come to receive the whole within my sight and hearing. I vow to fathom the dust on one's true natural being. Om Thượng Tam Tam Di Phật Văn Thiên Văn Thiên Nam Tao Ngộ Ngã Kim Thiện Văn Đăng Phổ Trì Nguyện Ngài Như Lai chân thờ nhiên. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, venerable Shenhua, venerable Bhikshuni, or good noble advisors, Amitabha. Chư Phật Bồ Tát, chư Phật Sư Tiên Hóa, chư Sư Cô, chư Phật Vị Thiên Tri Thức, and Nhật Phật. Continuing with our lecture of Medicine Master Sutra, we on slide number 28. Tiếp tục số 28. We have a general explanation of the sutra so far, and now we're at the point where traditionally we go through an overview according to the Tien Tai Master, the four profound meanings. Như theo truyền thống của bên Tien Tai thì giảng 5 cái định nghĩa. First one is title, or đề. Second one is substance, doctrine, function, and period. Okay, the first one, title, đề tí. Completely one. The title of the sutra has a reference to a person, meaning the master, and the Tathagata name, and refers to a dharma, the vow and merit and virtues, and also refers to the analogy, medicine Madhurya. Cái đề này là vừa đủ vừa ví dụ về cái đề, một đề là có về cái người, về pháp, và về cái dụ luôn này. Cái là đề hoặc tất cả. The substance of the sutra, this sutra here describes the true mark. Cái thể của cái kinh này là cái trần tướng. Okay. You investigate the sutra, meaning that you get exposure to the true mark of Mahayana. chân tướng của cái Phật pháp. The doctrine or the teaching, cái tông, is the Pure Land. Okay, this is a Pure Land Dharma. Okay, pháp là pháp tịnh độ. Unlike a lot of people think Pure Land is only reciting Amitabha Buddha's name, Pure Land also includes Dharma. Okay, phải tịnh độ tâm, phải chỉ là niệm Phật, ai là Phật không, là pháp diệt sư cũng là pháp tịnh độ luôn. See, this is the amazing thing that I find in the world out there. The people think Pure Land is simply Amitabha reciting the Buddha's name, Amitabha's name. Reciting or investigating in sutra is also Pure Land. Okay. The function of this sutra, this sutra has its power. Okay, this sutra is the store of this power to get rid of obstructions. Okay, all your obstructions in cultivation can be gotten rid of through this sutra, through this dharma. Cái ví dụ như nó có cái ứng dụng có thể diệt trừ được những cái chướng ngại trong việc cuộc đời này, nhất là những cái chướng ngại tu hành. Cái dùng nó là như vậy, nên diệt những cái chướng ngại đó thì mình sẽ đạt được những cái lợi ích với đạt. So if you can get rid of obstruction, then it will enable you to obtain bliss and benefit in this lifetime, as well as future lifetimes. Okay? The period of teaching is by Buddha. Cái giáo là cái giáo là cái thời phương đại. The Buddha has 5 teaching periods. Phật dạy cái pháp của Phật pháp mình có 3 thời cả. The first period is the Avatamsaka period. Cái thời đầu tiên là thời quan niệm. The Buddha, as soon as he became enlightened, he spent the first 3 weeks teaching bodhisattvas. Khi mà Phật là thành đạo, thì ngài thứ 3 tuần đầu tiên trong cái đời ngài trong cái thành đạo, ngài dạy kinh Hoa Nghiêm cho những đại Bồ Tát, những Bồ Tát. So what happened is that only the bodhisattvas can listen in to these sermons. Lúc đó mấy Bồ Tát nghe được. The arhats could not, the Pratyeka Buddhas could not listen to it. Okay, so we are fortunate in that it's being recorded. Now we are listening to these dharma available through Master Shenhua, for example. Thì thời này mình cái phước mình lớn, tại vì mình nghe được cái pháp Hoa Nghiêm nhờ ngài thì mà ngài dạy. You realize that Master Shenhua is the very first Chinese master who elaborated on the Flower Garden Sutra. And he did a wonderful job. That until he came along, no one really could understand that sutra or could do a good job explaining that sutra. Ngài Tiên Hóa đặc biệt của ngài là ngài giảng cái Hoa Nghiêm rất là hay. Trước đó không ai giảng, không ai hiểu cái Hoa Nghiêm. No one could understand. Only he could understand, and he would explain it this way. So really beautiful sutra. Okay. Just listening to it is really such a wonderful experience. Okay. That's why that Dharma, the Avatamsaka Dharma, on Flower Garden Sutra, Dharma, cái pháp Hoa Nghiêm, cái pháp tuyệt vời như vậy. That's why, and he only spent 21 days explaining that to the Bodhisattvas. You know, fascinating. 21 ngày giải xong cái đại pháp. Okay. So eventually, in 10 years' time, or maybe 20, I began to explain the sutra too, because I too love the sutra. This Avatamsaka Sutra is something else. Hopefully, I have enough conditions to explain one of these days. Now I have to be content with explaining lower levels like Erskine Sutra.
Thanks, Master. We appreciate that.
For you low-level people. When you become bodhisattvas, maybe I change my mind, speed up my timetable a little bit. Okay, so hurry up and give me a reason to explain the sutra. Okay? Hôm nay là bây giờ đền độ thấp thành ra chưa đi kinh Hoa Nghiêm, tôi thích kinh Hoa Nghiêm, tôi mê kinh Hoa Nghiêm. The Abhidhamma Sutra is my favorite Vada. I love the sutra. I just don't have the conditions explained to you.
Well,
Yes.
how many volumes of it?
The volume that's in English has around maybe 40.
40.
40 volumes. It has 40 chapters.
Well, I got the one volume.
Yeah.
So
Which one? The first
it's
volume?
the first volume. So
Yeah,
there's
it costs like
39
$45. You know, when I bought that set 12 years ago,
Yeah.
it cost me $85 for the whole set, like 30 or 40.
30, 40 books.
Now they charge you $45 for one volume.
Right.
See? Speaking of inflation. Okay, you should get the whole set. It's beautiful. This is the sutra, folks. If you want entertainment, that's what I do. I read it.
Right.
It is fascinating. Master Srinivasa is such a great job explaining it. To the level where you can read it and really enjoy it. It's so enjoyable, folks. That's why I highly recommend this set. Go and buy all these old sutras before they run out. They start charging you $45 per volume. To me, it's ludicrous. But then, I should be criticizing the RBA. Tôi mê kinh lắm, thầy kinh là không tiêu hóa hay quá, mà kinh hay quá.
What's the title of it, Master?
The Flower and the Watermelon Sutra.
Sutra.
Yeah. I think they still charge $85 for the whole set nowadays. It's the
They
old
still
set.
do?
The new ones he has is like volume 1 or 2, 4 or 5. They each cost around $40. Only the new ones. So the old set is not complete. So these are the new translations. I have them in English too. Not loud. I find I have my cheap ways of getting my daughter. Doing what didn't nothing. Yes, question. Question here. No question? Okay, moving on. Didn't you have a question?
I think so.
Okay, never mind. You remember that. Okay, second period. Yes.
Danny.
I thought there are specific benefits that when you practice Earth School Sutra Dhamma.
Yes.
So when you say it's a low level, it seems like it's not worth it.
But where are you? You're not Bodhisattva, are you? Huh? So why do you want me to teach you Bodhisattva Dharma? You can't understand. That's what I mean.
Poor Danny, now he put his foot in his mouth.
Ngoài vậy nó một kinh có cái dụng đó, tại sao về cái viện học mà về làm Bồ Tát đó, tại vì chứ phải Bồ Tát rồi học Pháp Bồ Tát là lộn xộn. Okay, second period, Agama period. 12 years. His life, he spent 12 years studying this. His goal was toward teaching cái tạng giáo. 12 năm, giảng 12 năm. Why is it? Because back then he had a lot of competition. Okay, lúc còn Phật là thành đạo có nhiều cạnh tranh lắm. The other more famous teachers, like what I have right now, a lot of famous monks and nuns, they are accomplished. Therefore, they reached the peak of the worldly dharmas. And they're very well known. So the Buddha spent 12 years teaching them Agama and Dharma called Agama, which means no comparison. Agama means vô bì. Okay? Vô bì, so sánh. Vô sánh, vô sánh. Thì ông học như vậy để 12 năm chuyển pháp này tại sao? Because his purpose is that it took him that long to teach all these known people, externalists, these followers, the Dharma that will bring them, that is no comparison to the existing dharmas, then bring them to arahantship. The agama period is when he teaches the arahants. Cái thời A một thời là Phật dạy để mà đào tạo A 12 years to train arahants. Think how tough it is.
I'm not hungry.
Don't think it's as easy because it's tough. It's very difficult to train arahants. And then he went on to the third period, Vaipurya. After teaching the arahants, sau những ngày tới cái thời phương đẳng, after teaching arahants, he realizes that arahants are stuck big time. So he said, let me transition them to a higher dharma. So the Vaipurya period of 8 years is that he actually saying, I know there's much better dharma now than you arahants out there. Okay, it's something called Vaipurya teaching, which is meant to be a transitory teaching to bring you to the next teaching. Okay, phương đẳng chỉ là phương tiện thôi, tạm bợ thì Phật nói là hướng này là vì cái vị là A La Hán không có gì ngon lắm đâu, phải pháp hơn nữa là phương đẳng. Phương đẳng chỉ là một cái tạm bợ để đưa mình đến pháp thứ tư. The real teaching he wants to teach was the Vasha period for 22 years, Bát Nhã, thời Bát Nhã. Là thời dạy kinh Bát Nhã, kinh pháp Bồ Tát. This is the Bodhisattva vehicle. Okay? The Buddha is very, very compassionate. He teaches the arahants first, but that's only to prepare them for higher teachings. Okay? He has his vision. Okay? He has a long-range viewpoint that guides his disciples step by step. Phật dạy đệ tử từng bước, đầu từ A Hạt tới phương đẳng, sau này tới đưa cái Bồ Tát thượng. Okay, so it turns out that a lot of cultivators nowadays, especially some of Master Hsuan Hua's disciples, level disciples, they realize that they want to specialize in Vasha teaching. Because that's the wisdom of Bodhisattvas. Thì có nhiều vị đệ tử là cái ngọn xuất gia, they nói là thôi thì mình nghiên cứu cái pháp Bát Nhã, tại vì pháp Bát Nhã cái pháp của Bồ Tát hương, đúng không? Mình tu Bồ Tát đạo, tại vì cái pháp là pháp quan trọng nhất. But it's so wrong. Okay, because the real teaching the Buddha wants to teach all of us is the Dharma flower and Nirvana teaching. Thì ra cái pháp mà Phật muốn truyền cho mình là pháp còn như vậy, chứ không phải pháp Bát Nhã. Bát Nhã chỉ là tạm bợ. So even Vasha teaching is transitory as well, because ultimately he wants to teach us the flower, the Dharma flower, the perfect teaching. Okay? Any questions? Those are the nature, these are the 5 periods of the Buddhist teaching. The Buddhist teaching. He spent 80 years. He spent 50 years teaching. Questions so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the Dharmaflower Sutra, you say that is the sutra for attaining Buddhahood.
Yes.
But how is that so? You know.
Simplistic.
No, I mean.
So easy to understand.
A lot of it's fairly easy to understand.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think I understand.
But it's very profound. It reveals the ultimate truth. The truth is that you are a Buddha. You are unrealized Buddha. Tại sao Pháp? This is a very good question, by the way. Okay? This is why people don't seem to understand. They seem to believe that the something as profound as the Mahayana should be something you cannot grasp. No, it is. Mahayana could be very profound, could be extremely simple to understand. Okay? Bởi cái câu hỏi này đâu là tại sao hỏi là sao cái pháp hoa dễ hiểu như vậy, cái pháp đại thừa có vẻ tầm thường như vậy, làm gì cái đại hay của đại thừa là the ultimate truth can be summarized in one sentence or one word. Okay? Takes us a long time to understand and unravel it, but it could be summarized as that you are a Buddha. Cái pháp dễ sợ, pháp đại thừa nó pháp cái pháp mà vẽ toàn này cái Phật trong Pháp Hoa, Phật nói là quý vị là Phật. Phát triển bây giờ tốn rất nhiều giờ để hiểu làm sao mình thành là Phật. It's a secret because until then you go to the other teachers, they say, come to me and serve me as your God, right?
Yeah.
Or you go for rebirth into the heavens because that's where the fun is. Okay, you become a god. Maybe it's slightly better. Okay. Or you go to the Taoists and say, you can become immortal. You can live forever. Okay. That's their nirvana. The Buddha says, no, it's much better. You can transcend all of this. Okay? And become a Buddha, just like me. Never before taught. Okay? This is the ultimate truth because you and I and the Buddha are one and the same. Never heard before. That khác cái chỗ tại vì mấy cái tu ngoại đạo này họ nói là họ thượng đế, mình tới phục vụ thượng đế, hoặc là mình có thể tu để thành thiên lên trời, sống trời sung sướng, hoặc là tôi đạo giáo cho nó thì người cái pháp này thì sẽ thành được sống trường cửu, không bao giờ chết hết. Tôi nó làm thì phát triển 10.000 năm chết, tôi nó dùng nó bị như này. Nhưng đều bên Phật giáo này cái pháp Hoa nói là mình là Phật, mình với Phật là giống nhau, không khác. Trước đó ngay trong cái bát nhã cũng Phật chưa dạy nữa. And not only that, the Buddha said, by the way, I've been teaching you this Dharma all this time. Okay? I also already taught you how to become a Buddha. I just didn't tell you. All these years. All these years. All these 50 years I've been teaching. I've been teaching you how to become a Buddha. I just didn't say anything. Phật hay Phật cũng ăn không phải là mình đã Phật, mình không phải là Phật, mình sẽ là Phật, mà ông đã dạy, ngài đã dạy cái pháp thành Phật là 50 năm mà ngài nói. Okay, so that's the nature of the last 8 years of his teaching. Okay, the perfect teaching. Questions?
Yes.
I have one question in the back here. One more. No? Answered it? Okay. Yes.
In the context of the wonderful Dharma Sutra, that it contains a bunch of what they call dharanis of mantras in there. Is it useful to learn those? Is there
Which sutra are we referring to?
Dharma Flower Sutra?
The Dharma flower, does it have a dharma in it?
Yeah, universal worthy mantra, the long one, and there's several others.
Toward the end.
Toward the end, yeah.
Really?
You know, come on.
So those is it ghost or the demon? I think it's those demons that say they'll protect.
There's 5 or 6 of them.
There are lots of varieties. That's right. That's it. It doesn't hurt to learn them, but I wouldn't learn them because not for your needs.
Right. Okay.
You have to be clear about why you do it.
Well, that's what I was asking about.
Okay. Hỏi là có những cái chú ở cái kênh cuối, sau kênh tuần cuối kênh nên học không được, nhưng cần thiết là tại vì mình cái giờ này eo hẹp mình biết học là cái cần thiết là bây giờ. Your right now, your need right now is you have a problem, you need to fix it.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
That should be your number one priority. Because you learn the Dharma, they are of secondary importance. You will not be able to address your pressing needs.
Okay.
Okay. Because once these sicknesses manifest, they never come in by themselves. Never ever.
What did you say?
It's a whole army. It's not only that manifestation, it's also more that the doctors don't know about.
Right.
That's the scary part. Okay?
I believe it.
So thì tôi nói là cái khi mà mình tu mình về biết lo chọn được cái pháp này không, cái pháp này không cần không có cái bệnh tật là không cần lo chữa bệnh cái này. Còn mấy kia là phụ sau, còn không tại vì từ cái bệnh đó không bao giờ mình tới một loại một cái bệnh nó lòi ra đủ cái loại nó đời nó sát hại. I'm serious because all the doctors can see is what they see manifest right now. They claim whatever they see actually is more right behind waiting. Very scary because it's never one disease. It's always a whole group of them. And this is a limitation of medicine, by the way. Okay. Anyway, the reason, one of the major reasons why we cultivate is because we're fixing our body. Okay? We're going to do what I'm going to do. Let's face it, folks. We all die, aren't we? We're all aging. Our body is decaying, dying slowly. Okay? We have to wait until the doctors tells us something is wrong with our body before we act. Right? So basically the attitude is that don't tell me about it until I must hear about it, until I need to fix it. Right? It means hiding our heads in the sense. Okay. Thật tế mình chết. Già cho nên mình tưởng là chuyện thường mình chết. Cái khổ thông thường ta nghĩ là mình không sao hết, chừng nào đợi cái bệnh nặng bác sĩ nó đỡ bệnh mình lo chữa bệnh, mình đâu biết mình đang chết từ từ mình bệnh nó sắp hàng nó lên vây nó xí mình từ bác sĩ nó thấy nó có thể mà thấy một cái thôi chứ không thấy một cái thôi. Okay, any questions? Yes.
It's not a question, but it's something I'd like to share. I just last Monday had an appointment with my doctor, and I've been taken off of 2 more medications that I've been taking for years. One of them for over 10 years.
He took you off medicine? You're kidding me?
No.
On his own, you didn't ask for it?
Totally off.
Oh, that's sick. How can he make money? How can he make money?
I don't know. I'm in Medicare now, so he's not making any money.
Nói là mới gặp bác sĩ, anh bác sĩ nói là bây giờ 2 bữa rồi cũng bác sĩ không cho không cần uống 2 thuốc, uống thuốc có 10 năm. Okay. We cultivation allows us to have a step ahead of them. Mình tu để mình trước mình tụi nó tí xíu. Okay. We are moving toward it. Okay. That's one of the reasons why we keep it up, because we are continually moving, continually progressing. Okay, that's how we remain control, folks.
Of the sickness, we try to.
Yeah.
And the sickness.
If you stay there, they're gonna come at you with all the guns. So that's why they keep on moving.
And the sickness are ghosts or.
Ghosts and demons. Yes. They besiege us.
So sickness is purely from ghosts, or is it on the?
There are ghosts and demons behind them. Yes. the yin world. They manifest their influence, they manifest themselves through sicknesses and accident and all those things. It's a yin yang world. All you see is yang right now. You don't realize the yin world is impacting and has its own saying over what's going on. Don't be so fooled yourself. Don't think you know it all. No, you don't. There's a lot of things you don't realize what's going on behind the scene. Tùy phương là đâu phải là chỉ là mình thấy không, phải mình thấy mình lo. Okay. Questions? Yes.
Dad was asking a question regarding Linda's comments.
Yes.
He said, is it because she got another semester back, or it's because of meditation?
It's boring now. This is where my money comes from.
Something else. So bad, husband.
I think it falls
Okay,
back
give
on
the
faith.
answer. Huh?
I think it falls back on faith.
See, there goes my money.
Oh, sure.
Is it? Can he hear it or not?
I just typed it.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Well, the thing is that we probably, you should repeat the question because, my memory is horrible. So if people say something, you should repeat it. Then I can chime in. Then it's not as mentally taxing on my system. Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
So, the sickness, the origin of the sickness are, the yin. Is it?
No origin. If you kill in karma.
Okay.
You
So
kill somebody.
there's a retribution.
Yeah, it's your retribution. It only manifests in terms of through yin forces. Okay? You asked for it. You created it. Now you have to undergo retribution. Okay? Bệnh kia là cái tạo sát nghiệp, bây giờ cái tạo đáng chịu. You have to suffer. You make somebody suffer. Okay? No two ways about it. You're sorry now. I'm sorry now. So am I. I'm sorry. But what can I do? Okay? Yeah.
So if it's a retribution, then you're gonna have to pay it, right?
Yes.
There is no
One way or the other.
one way.
Somebody has to pay for it.
Right. So getting the back, getting the
Yeah.
So finally, I have that question long time. So getting the
Okay,
back,
you get brownie points today.
so getting the back is somebody else gonna pay because
Yeah, somebody has to pay.
I'm paying less the retribution because I'm getting the back, right?
Sure.
So somebody
You manipulating your repayment schedule.
what did you say?
You're manipulating.
Oh, changing repayment.
Like to
You're getting a
manipulate.
deferred installment plan.
No. He's getting help. Because what happened is that, okay, this is very true. This is what's amazing about you. You don't care about the sutra, the principles. All you care about this is why it's taking me so long to go through each slide. It's sick. I can't believe it. I did my research and go through my tons of materials, and all you care about is sickness.
All we care about is me. If we cared about other people, we would be in number one bodhisattva. You're already not going to teach that, so let's teach the me part.
Nghiên cứu quá, bây giờ ai muốn biết gì cái kinh đó, thì biết mấy cái đồ ăn chán như vậy. Here's what happened. Here's what happened. I give you a real small example. Okay? Remember the example I gave about Master Heng Shu, who was possessed by a ghost? And Master Shinhua said, I watched you possessed by this ghost here, okay, for so long, and then one day he decided to chase it away. Okay? Okay?
Right.
Anyway, so that's what happened. You can listen to one of these tapes. Why do you think he didn't change it away? You have to pay. Okay? And Shun has to suffer. That's a repayment form. Okay, come on. You made somebody suffer. Now you say, hey, make it go away. I don't want to suffer. It doesn't work like that.
You keep telling us that, Master, don't you? We don't listen.
Yeah, okay. Don't tell me about it. Yeah, that's right. That's what every time I tell you that, you say, no, I don't want to hear it. I say, you have to hear it. Okay? Because that's the truth. Truth is that you made somebody suffer, now you have to suffer. Okay? No two ways about it. You insult someone, you become disrespectful to someone, now someone is disrespectful towards you. What do you want? There's no sense of crying about it. That's just life. Right? Now, here's the thing. He's cultivating as a monk. Right? He's possessed by a ghost. Okay? Guess what happens to the ghost? Every day he has to get up in the morning, bow to the Buddha, and then chant the sutras, sit in meditation, listen to sutra lectures. Guess what he's doing? He's cultivating. Nó bị ma nhập bây giờ, ma nhập thì nhập ông thầy tu này phải đi buổi sáng phải tụng kinh niệm Phật, đi tu mỗi ngày với ông. So what happens then? There's a form of repayment, isn't it? He's accruing blessings for himself.
You mean the ghost?
The ghost, yes. See how that's a different way of repayment. He's massaging it. Right? You have two ways of repayment. Either you make the other person suffer, có hai phương pháp. Thứ nhất là mình trả đũa, trước làm mình đau khổ, bây giờ mình làm cái đau khổ lại, mà nó làm mình đau khổ lại. Okay? Or the other way is that, okay, give me something else in exchange. Okay? Then if you give me a form of payment I'm happy with, then I let go. That's the second form that Konshun went through. The ghost cultivated, he got so much out of that dharma. He planted so many Mahayana seeds. Not only just any Mahayana seeds. Mahayana seeds with rainbow strain horn. Dharma. Ma quỷ không phải là chỉ nó tu đại thừa không, nó trồng thuốc đại thừa không, nó trồng thuốc đại thừa với pháp môn tiến hóa, chứ phải pháp nào không, pháp ngài tiến hóa, thuốc nó lớn dễ sợ. Okay? One day he listens and then say, "Well, I got so much out of this. I'm happy. Yeah, this makes me happier, ghost." That's when it's time for him to go. Okay?
Is that how you create forgiveness?
If the ghost is willing to let go, then you got payment in full.
Otherwise, he holds the grudge to the next life.
Oh yeah, you can hold until it's repaid.
So I'm just trying to, for my understanding.
I understand, yes.
So,
Myself.
so to summarize it, so either I have to pay the retribution, I have to pay the retribution, that's the...
You have to make some form of payment.
Right. So either I pay through sickness,
Yes.
or if I do cultivation, then that's...
Not only sickness, or you can sit there and bear your pain. That's a form of payment.
That would be like
Hay mình trả thế nào? Mình trả mình bệnh, mình cách trả. Chân nó đau, mình cách trả khác. Okay?
that would be cultivation of merit, virtue. Basically, sitting in the virtuous
You
mind.
create merit and virtues, and then you give it to the ghost.
And then pay the ghost by the
Yes.
with the blessing. Okay.
Yes. Say, okay, you only not only with blessing, he said, here, I'm sorry. I don't know how to tell you I'm sorry by saying that, listen, I create some merit and virtues, please allow me to give it to you. That's how sorry I am.
And the black is that kind of thing.
That's that form.
Is that form.
Okay? Only one of the forms. Okay? Thành ra hoặc là mình bệnh, hoặc là mình chỉ đau chân, nên mình trả, hoặc là mình tạo công đức, xong rồi hướng là một trái thôi. Okay. Thành mình phải giúp đỡ cả hiểu cái pháp. Yes.
Well, if he was repaying this to the ghost, then why did Venerable Master Shanghua do that about the ghost?
Well, he decided that maybe I can't speak for him, but he decided it's time for him to go because he's
The ghost didn't go
I'm sure
on
he has
his
to
own.
move on.
He didn't go on his
The
own.
goat was stopping him, sure. That's what I would do. Because enough is enough.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you have to understand from Master Shenhua's perspective. He doesn't favor Shun over the ghost. He has to be fair. Right? Just because Shun is a monk doesn't mean that he has preferential treatment. The ghost is equally important to Master Shenhua. I can tell you that. You have to be fair. He can't come in and say, no, you touch my disciple, I don't care. What is at all? You're bullying people around. Huh. What's compassion about it? Thành ra tại sao Tiêu Hoa nó không đuổi nó đâu không đuổi nó, tại lúc đó nó trả xong rồi, đuổi cho nó làm gì cả. Thầy có đi kèm. Tại vì cái tư thế được kèm của nhau. Tại mình có một cái sức thì nó làm sao chứ có một sức rồi mình suy nghĩ. Mình đâu nói là có nghĩa là tại vì nó là đệ tử của mình, nó là người xuất gia, có nghĩa là mình phải đối đãi tốt hơn người thường đó. Đối với Tiêu Hóa, người xuất gia, người ma, quỷ, đại ma vương cũng giống nhau, không khác. Thì phải công bằng nữa, phải trả cái giá công bằng xong rồi xong rồi mới giải quyết. Okay, any questions? Yes? One more, yes. We are on slide number 29, folks. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. Yes.
I know that we can pay for ourselves, but can we pay for somebody else?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. But that's called meddling. That's a different story.
It's called what?
Meddling.
Meddling.
Meddling, that's
It's
right.
meddling.
Yeah. I already got
I will tell you how you pay to someone else. Would you like to learn that Dharma? It's free.
Oh, free, no, it's not, but we'll take it.
Yeah. This one is free.
Is it safe?
No.
I mean, that's I mean, there's nothing.
That's why it's free. That's why
I tell you what, it's free.
Master, nothing's free or safe, especially when you talk about it.
We learn.
We learn.
Mình giúp người khác không? Nó giúp được chứ. Giúp được thì sẽ được chứ. Nhưng mà cái đó gọi là can thiệp. Can thiệp này là phải trả giá. Thì nói bây giờ mình muốn học cái pháp can thiệp mà không có tốn tiền không? Không ai muốn học hết. You guys are cowards. I'm not teaching this stuff.
I want to learn it now.
Huh?
I want to learn it.
Oh, he hasn't learned yet.
I tell you how. The big student is here, that's why I'm going to teach her that Dharma, because it works.
Okay. I want to hear it.
I know a big shuni. Cái thằng hay lắm. Cái hơn một sư cô này, sư cô trí thuần biết. Em nói trí thuần bên Ấn Độ. Có hai cái chùa này. Phải không? Chùa lớn mà. This big shuni is in India. She's Vietnamese, and she built some big temples in holy places in India. Okay. And she's known to heal people. Okay? You see, level people, folks, this is what turns people on about us. If you're known to be a healer, wow, they think you're something else. Yeah? They come and offer you temples and money and adoration, all those things. You know how she does it? Her master is a Vietnamese master. He died away. Her master is a Vietnamese monk who got a PhD from India. Ngài huyền bí như vậy. Cái dòng trí mà. Dòng có độ trí thuận, trí. So he's an intellectual in other words. Okay? So he has no kung fu to teach her. You have to be careful. I don't mean to knock the PhD people, but usually when you go for a PhD, that means you choose the intellectual path. Okay? You don't really draw on kung fu. It really don't mix that well. Cái bằng cấp này, cái đường đi nó khác, mình đừng bỏ cái đường khác, hoàn toàn khác. Okay. Except for I'm sure he has a PhD as well, but he's an odd boy. Mình tùy người, như phần lớn vậy. So she likes to meditate. Okay. Cái bà này sư cô mà thích thì I ran into her when I was a Shami under master mạng giác. Lúc mà tôi còn sa di, so 12 years ago, tôi gặp sư cô này. Sư cô thích tôi. Tôi nói, nè, tôi truyền cho thầy một cái pháp. Chưa được. So he said, let me teach you how I heal. I said, yeah, this is. Because I heard that she has a lot of temples. I figured if I learn the Dharma, then on Sunday I have a lot of temples too. Thấy mình thích không? Chứ có bao nhiêu chùa chắc chỉ pháp chắc là nhất là sẽ chùa nhiều hơn. She said, what I do, I heal a lot of people. I heal. Okay. People come to me with sicknesses, but I heal. Chứ còn mình ta tới, có bệnh tới tôi chữa bệnh cho ai. Pháp ai? Chứ tôi mà pháp mà khó học không con? So I asked, is it difficult for Dharma to learn? He said, no, it's easy. Very easy. Yeah. My back of mine said, healing people. My teacher taught me a bunch of healing Dharma. I wonder, hers probably something better. You know, probably much better than mine. Lúc đó mình biết là đúng cái món truyền thương nhiều pháp vậy là nhiều pháp chữa bệnh. Thì nó nói là mất đông chữa bệnh. You know that? You know why Vaishnava Singh disciples are very excellent healers? Secret, okay? Don't tell anyone because they're gonna bother the heck out of all these nuns and monks in the VIPA. Because Master Shrima taught them a lot of secret school knowledge. You need to heal sicknesses, you have to use tantras. You know that?
You have to use tantras?
Yes. That's how you do it. Okay? So back on I said, wow, you see the time today? It's almost 3 o'clock. So I back on I said, gee, I'm learning all these tantrums and I wonder if she has a better one. Mình ngồi suy nghĩ trời học biết bao nhiêu pháp mật tông ông Biên Hóa mà bà này bà có pháp mà hay hơn nữa tại bà nhiều chùa hơn mình. So I said she has more temples than I do, so she probably her Dharma is better. So you know what she does? She says, every time someone comes to me with sicknesses, I say, okay, don't worry, come back tomorrow. Okay, I heal you. Tới xin chữa bệnh, cô không sao hết, đừng lo, ngày sau sư cô chữa đấy. And then what I do is I go to the Buddha, I bow to the Buddha, say, oh, Buddha, please help me heal this person. So the Buddha blessed the water that she offered. And the next day she gave the water to that person to heal the person. You can beg. That's the Dharma. You can beg for the Buddha's help.
Back to the Buddha's help and then you use the water.
Don't need the water. She doesn't understand. There's no need for the water. This is my version is even cleaner. No water.
Oh, okay, no water. Just your version.
Beg. And you sincerely enough, folks, the Buddha will help you. Mình thành tâm mình xin Phật độ thì cô mình sẽ đưa cái nước mình sẽ do. Yes.
All right, now if you do all that and the Buddha helps you, what do you have to do for payment? That's the answer. That's the answer.
So what happens? You think you get off key?
That's what I mean. There's something there.
Huh? You think that's it?
No.
See, this is why Shorty is not as stupid as you think.
That is a compliment.
See, you can be smart, you can know how to make money, but you miss that, that's when you get in trouble, right? You make all the money in the world, okay? But you don't understand that, you know, you're gonna fall. Right? She's sick constantly. But why? She told me so. What's that? I'm sick all the time. Sure, the Buddha helps. But the Buddha didn't promise you won't be sick. Right? There is something called law of cause and effect. You make somebody sick, you kill somebody, you have to pay the price. Somebody has to pay the price.
That's right.
Folks. Just because you ask the Buddha for help doesn't mean the Buddha says, okay, I exempt you from cause and effect. Tạo nghiệp mình trả nghiệp. Mình đã giết người ta thì bây giờ mình phải đi giết, mình phải đi đau khổ. Mình làm ta đau khổ, mình phải đau khổ. Chứ mình xin Phật, xin Bồ Tát không có nghĩa là Phật Bồ Tát sẽ diễn cho mình phải đau khổ. Okay? Yes.
So she's just getting sick or she's actually dying.
No, she's getting sick.
Okay,
So the Buddha is kind of compassionate. See, she still doesn't get it. It's that's the whole point. This is the beauty of the story. You guys look at it, oh, sickness is no matter, don't worry. I look at it, this is such a beautiful lesson. Cái gì tôi nghĩ là cái lo rồi mình nó không được tu cho thấy cái học nó hay nữa. It's beautiful because the Buddha says, I'm gonna let you become sick enough for you to someday waken up and say, shouldn't you have been around? When are you gonna learn? Phật cho bà mình để ngày nào bà tỉnh lại bà đừng có cảm thấy chuyện kia thế. Because if he exempted everything, then the nun will keep on saying, okay, let me help this rich person, let me make myself more famous, and then I build a bigger temple. So what Dharma is it? Greed. So that's what the Buddha is teaching you. It's okay to be greedy. Right? Buddhas aren't that stupid, I don't think. So she's sick enough, but still she doesn't understand. Why not? Greed is covering her eyes. Covering up her eyes. Okay? Miss the point. Completely. Yes?
When you use tantras to treat the person or yourself, what happens to the retribution?
Okay, is Jack on the line?
Yeah.
Okay, Jack, listen to this, my boy. I have a perfect example for you. Thành ra đúng khuyến khích để mình giúp đỡ Phật Bồ Tát giúp đỡ mình để mình thành tham lam quá đó. Tôi nghĩ là mình cứ cạn kiệt xong rồi mình nổi tiếng này, đua hết người này đỡ người khác để mình xây chùa nhiều hơn, mình nổi tiếng hơn. Mình Phật không dạy mình giúp đỡ mình để mình tham lam thêm, mình đọa. Phật Bồ Tát có dạy không? Càng người ta hỏi hòa tuần câu, bây giờ nếu dùng chú mà chữa bệnh người ta gì xảy ra? Là hỏi chị hay lắm. If I have an acupuncturist neighbor close to me that's an acupuncturist. I told you about this guy. 7th generation. He's been healing people without charging anyone. Gần nhà tôi có mấy người thầy chăm cứu này, giỏi lắm. Gia trì 7 đời này. Chữa bệnh người ta không lấy một xu này. 7 đời này. Okay? He's been healing my brother who had a stroke. Okay? Ông chữa em tôi. This is the guy who's been giving me a place to live all these years, so it's interconnected. Okay? Và thì người em tôi, người đã cho tôi ở nhà mấy năm trời này, người nuôi tôi mấy năm nay, là người đó bị cái stroke, thành bán lên, bị cứng, tới chữa. So he's been healing this guy. Okay, so he gets to know me. So he heard about me. So one day he came over because my brother talked about cultivation and he said about me. So this guy became curious. So went over to our house for a visit, just to meet with me. Tại nó nghe tôi về tôi là nó tới nó viếng thăm. And so a lot of things happen. A lot of things. He's a third Yama, so like all the acupuncturists, like Jack, the good ones are at least third Yama. Okay, and because that's when you have the power to help others. Before that, you're not much use. Tại muốn chữa bệnh, thứ nhất là tam tiền, nhiều tiền còn yếu. So he met with me for 2 hours. Gặp tôi nói chuyện 2 tiếng rồi. He asked a lot of questions. He asked about cultivation. He asked about he wants to see my Dandian and all those stuff. And I said, you stuck here. I know you're gonna be stuck for a long, long time. I said, so he asked me, how do I accept myself? I can tell you how to unstuck yourself. But you know what? I will tell you also that you will not be able to unstuck yourself, even if I were to tell you. Thì ông hỏi nó nhiều, ngoài về tu hành rồi, nói bây giờ tam thiền, kẹt tam thiền là kẹt khó gỡ. Nói vậy bây giờ cái nào nó muốn gỡ cái gì chắc gỡ, nhưng tới nó đứa nó chỉ gì cũng làm không được rồi. Không dễ. Nói cái gì nó điền được, cho mình nó điền. Nó có mở thì thấy được thì. So he opened his heavenly eye by the way. So he saw my idea. At least he thought he saw my idea. Anyway, after 2 hours, nói chuyện 2 tiếng. He left. He went. So a week later, he came back. Knocked on the door. Offered her some cookies. Tuần sau trở lại. Có cúng mấy cái bánh. Cookies with eggs. That's how. See, he'd be healing monks and nuns as well, and that's how I said. Nó cũng bánh ngọt có trứng nữa. Mà chữa thầy mà từ Hương Lá nó nổi tiếng giỏi. What's the cookies for? And before I could say anything, he brought his 2 boys, 4 or 5. Bow to the master boys. Ngoài 2 đứa con họ 5-6 tuổi, tôi bay lại thầy con, lên lại thầy con. So I said, what for? Wait. I don't have any blessings. Không cần tôi đủ phước mà nhận mấy cái định lại này. So what happened? He said, thank you. Cảm ơn thầy giúp con. Help you? How did I help you? You didn't help me. Gọi là giúp như này. Ủa thầy giúp con. No, I didn't have that. I didn't do anything. Don't có làm gì đâu. He said, Master, I have a patient. Tôi có một cái bệnh nhân who has AIDS. Bị AIDS. Cái gì AIDS? CI. He has AIDS, and this guy here not only does he have acupuncture, he used a tantra to heal this guy because beyond acupuncture, chân cứu dùng cái chú gia truyền cái chú này để mà chữa cái người bị CI. And I couldn't heal him. Chữa người này nó nổi. Nhưng người nổi. Sau khi con chữa cho cái người này, cái ngón tay phải này, okay, don't get offended now. Ngón tay phải này. So my finger here is all red from the experience. Tay nó đỏ, nó sưng. I met with you last time. 80% is gone. Con gặp thầy tuần trước về một cái 80% lớp 80% này nó chịu tương chịu. That's what happens when you use tantra, my boy. Okay? You met me. Yeah. Is Jack still online?
Yeah, he's
He's Jack. Hey, don't be too high on healing others. It's a tricky business.
We have some question on definitions. What's tantra?
Tantra is the mantra.
Oh, it's a mantra?
Yeah, see.
Oh.
Tantra mantra. Okay, any questions?
It's not the
Yeah, yes.
Như hồi nãy thầy nói cái sư cô cái chữa bệnh mà dùng nước lạnh thôi, thì con nghĩ là cái người uống cho người ta có hết tâm kinh, vậy thì cái người uống, người đó có hết bệnh hoặc là nguyên nhân nào đó hết bệnh?
Tại sư cô thường tiền Phật tuổi lắm. Sư cô mà tại vì đâu ai giúp đỡ được, tại sư cô là xin Phật để cứu được, không có phức tạp, có tiền, thần tiền thần cung. Thì Phật nói thì bây giờ như cần tiền người ta cho họ, ta giúp người ta sao bây giờ? Thì giúp người ta để cho nó trúng rồi. Bạn mới xin tiền, quyên tiền nổi bây giờ. Nhưng ai giúp cho quyên tiền? Mua chức nên quyên tiền nổi. Tại vì cái nghề mình người ta phải tin mới cúng tiền, đúng không? Mình muốn có sức mình sao cái Phật Bồ Tát để giúp cái sự. Bây giờ bởi vì cái khổ vậy, cái trình độ của nó là chỉ được xây cái chùa thôi, để tạo phước chuyện thôi, hết sức rồi. Chứ còn nói này nó luyện bỏ này nó đâu có phước mà luyện, phước mà luyện nó tí nó chạy. So the question she said, so what happened? I said basically, the Buddha and the Bodhisattvas help her out and heal those people. Okay, because she can't handle it, and she has a sincere wish to build a temple in those holy places in India. So the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas help her out, but that's about the extent of her contribution. She does not have enough. She just doesn't have what it takes to cultivate. So that's where she's at. So she needs to build temple to accrue blessings to cultivate later. It takes a lot of blessings for you to cross your legs first. A lot of blessings. Okay? And it takes work, even for the monks and nuns. They first have to work the temples, build temples, slave to the temples to accrue enough blessings. Then maybe they have a chance to cross the legs. It's not that easy. So look at it this way. What do you do every week, every weekend to make you cross your legs? Consider the kind of blessings you have. You keep on coming back for more. See that? How demanding we are? And for that, it requires a lot of blessings. It also generates tremendous amount of blessings for you to continue. Okay? Trả lời được chưa? Thế thấy như vậy không? Sức nó được như vậy. Đâu phải ai không có đủ phước mà tu được. Tu như vậy. Sức bằng nó là vậy. Sức bằng là phước. Đại phước nó sức bằng. Sư huynh tôi đi nhắn ở chùa xuất gia này thì nói là cũng được truyền đủ pháp. Tôi là bỏ đây rồi tôi sang làm nhưng mà không chịu. Mua cái nhà tôi đưa mình ha, lấy tiền xài. Cái có 10.000 để tôi đưa tôi thầy rồi mình mua nhà, thầy lấy cái tiền mình xài cái khoản có biết thôi. Đúng, hết lòng rồi. Mà tôi nói là đừng ham chùa. Một khi mình có bỏ rồi, muốn chùa có chùa. Cái quan trọng mình không căn bản là căn bản điều công. Tại mình có điều công, mình có sức để giúp người ta thì mình giúp đời được, thì đời sẽ tới giúp mình. Tôi lo chùa làm gì? Cứ duyên thân nó tới thôi, còn hơi sức lo chuyện. Mấy người ông đó thì mấy cô là lo nhiều là tu để có cái chùa, mình cũng cần chùa, tu cái này, thì mình có chùa, mình nào có chùa cái phiên phức, nó cả cái sự tu hành, đúng không? Mình phải tu bùi, tu một tí, phải lo hung hít mới đưa đệ tử mẹ Phật tử về, tiền xã hội ai trả nhỉ? Thế nó phiền phức không? Người ta hiểu cái đó là cái họa. So anyway, so it takes that. It takes people with different functions. Okay, it takes people who do not have enough blessings to take care of the temple, so that the people who can cultivate have a chance to cultivate. Yes.
Can you speak a little bit about the Dharma of releasing life for people that are like have illnesses and things like that?
When you're releasing life,
like when they purchase those animals destined to be served as food, like fish, turtle.
Yeah. That helps.
Can you address a little bit about that, how that works?
So it's a liberating life. That's really very handy actually. The DRBA has a fund where you can donate, make an offering, and for liberating life. That's what I recommend. By the way, you sit. That's what you do. You go there and you buy these. You pay. You give money for them to liberate life. Okay. So in essence, you are saving people's lives. That's another form of repayment for. Okay, creating their virtues directly in terms of saving living beings' lives. Okay, that's another form. But I caution you to go to the proper places. I wouldn't go to roast meat, for example. Okay? Got that? You have to be judicious about where you're going to arrange for ultimate forms of repayment. Sure, you can go to other temples and do it. You have to do it, but the effect is not the same as the Vietnamese temples.
But releasing alive is the same, right? It's the act of letting go of the life. It's destined for death.
If they do it right. You ask them to execute the Dharma. Okay? Just because it says life liberation in the note doesn't mean you're going to do the Dharma.
That's what he's pointing.
See what I mean? You plant blessings for that. But actually then they have to go and execute that Dharma on top of your blessings.
Your request.
You see? It has a second step. Nó hỏi là chẳng hạn như là cái chuyện phóng sanh là mình giúp đỡ người bệnh tật nên mình lo chuyện phóng sanh như vậy. Tại phóng sanh thì mình cứu mạng người ta thì mình đỡ bệnh tật. Như này cứu mạng mình nói cứu là phóng sanh là nhớ tới cái chỗ đúng chùa phóng sanh là cái chùa Bệ Bạ đó. Cái chùa và Thánh Thành thì họ có pháp phóng sanh họ đàng hoàng. Còn nhà tôi nói ví dụ như cái chùa mình cái cô đó tới đó phóng sanh thì tôi hơi phiền. Cẩn thận khi mình cúng một cái tiền vào cái phóng sanh là mình tạo cái phước cúng nên trong chùa phải đem cái pháp phóng sanh ra mà áp dụng cái đó mình mới được cái phước tiếp. You see that? You create blessings from making an offering for the liberation life fund. That's one part of your blessings. But then the temple has to then execute the Dharma for you to benefit from that execution of the Dharma. Second step. Okay? You give it to me, I say thank you, I don't execute it. Tough luck. Or I say I execute it maybe half-heartedly, or I execute it once in a blue moon. You don't know. Okay? Yes.
So
lots of questions today. Well, sicknesses. Yes.
This is another way of asking the question of Medicne. What
Yes.
if I, instead of trying to fix that person, can I use my blessing and give my blessing to another person for that person to use the blessing to pay the restitution? So it's not directly like trying to fix somebody.
Yeah, he's trying to meddle, but doesn't want to pay the consequences.
You're trying to skirt it.
Không hỏi bây giờ cách nào can thiệp mà mình không phải trả cái giá. This is where you get professional help. This is where you go to the temple and get a plaque. That's the way to do it. Because then what happens is that the nature of that dharma is that you create blessing for making an offering. Lúc đó là cái pháp can thiệp mình tới cái bài gì, mua cái bài gì, thịt cái bài gì. Tại Việt Nam có. Ở Việt Nam nghèo nàn vậy đó. Mình biết cái đó được. Cái gì của pháp mình biết cái đó. So you go and you create blessing first by making an offering. Okay, that is blessings, and then the temple execute the dharma to intervene. Okay, so you too then get the benefit of that as well. Okay, if it's done on your behalf. Tại vì mình phước mình là cúng chùa, cái thịnh là cái cúng mình, xong chùa mình lấy cái pháp đó, dùng cái pháp áp dụng cái pháp để mà giúp đỡ, để can thiệp. Thì cái người cúng vẫn được hưởng cái lợi của cái pháp được áp dụng. Okay, so what happened is that this is where most temples don't understand. Okay, then the temple really takes over and is responsible for the Medicne consequences, not you. Okay, because that's what I mean by professional help. Because this is what the temples are supposed to do. Okay? Tại vì cái pháp mình mình dùng can thiệp, khi mình can thiệp như vậy là mình lãnh quả, chứ không phải người ta lãnh quả. Theo việc của mình.
Then it's not fair for the temple. I mean, it's not fair for the.
But this is what we choose to do. Okay? This is how we choose to cultivate. Đây cái pháp của mình, cái đó bởi mình lãnh đủ, mình lãnh quả dưới, mình lãnh quả tại vì mình tu cái pháp tu hành là như vậy. So what happens is that, okay, so let's say it doesn't have to be a plaque. Let's say you make an offering and they say, okay, help my sister, help my mother. Okay, it doesn't matter. As long as we meddle, we have to pay the consequences, right? If we don't, then we don't cultivate, do we? We're just not here. We need to stay ahead of the game. Right? Thì lúc mình can thiệp mình lãnh quả, mình lãnh quả. Thì nếu mà không lãnh quả mình không có tu, vô cần tu. Thì mình cũng vẫn có thể tưởng là mình phải đi trước, mình phải chạy trước thì nó tôi có bằng. Nó bằng trú cả cái gì, đứng chỗ cả. You see that? So it's for everyone.
So that's the way of the monk to cultivate.
Absolutely.
You get blessing by paying.
You cannot rest on your laurels.
By paying the distribution for somebody else.
Absolutely.
Okay. So somebody has to pay.
Somebody has to pay the price. But you do it in a way that is more beneficial, it makes more sense because it gets resolved. The problem gets resolved. Okay? Because what happens is that for us, for example, when you ask us to help, we don't just go in and say, yeah, get out of here, bully, because it doesn't get resolved. What we try to do is use the opportunity to talk Dharma, help and plant the seed, and get some kind of amicable resolution to the problem. So it gets resolved. Because I tell you what, the other option, you take a gun and you put it to the ghost head and I say you're not a punk. It feels good, but it doesn't get resolved. That's it. So that's where the professional comes in. We try to find a way to fix it so that it does get resolved. Good? Because that ghost, that demon has to be happy with the arrangements. Thành cái pháp mình can thiệp, mình có pháp can thiệp cái phần mình cái dùng lấy thịt ra người quấn người ta đuổi nó đi, tại nó đuổi nó đi, nó giết nó chết xong nó tái sinh lại, nó tới là nó quỷ lên sau nó còn giữ lần này đâu có giải quyết. Thấy thấy rất là vui không? Yeah, you what I told her how wonderful our lifestyle is. So our lives so rich. Just they don't have the dharma. The Vietnamese and Chinese don't have the dharma to understand. It's beautiful. Okay? We're solving problems, folks. Not by brute force. Mình giải quyết vấn đề. Mình không có lấy thịt đẻ người. Thế là người không lại không giải quyết được cái gì. Giải quyết được cái gì hết. Okay. Anything else? Praise the Lord. Yeah.
Jack has a few questions.
Yeah, a few questions. Only a few.
They keep asking, so it's kind
Yeah,
of
it's bad luck.
He's a healer, that's why.
Yeah.
And he has to get protection from the ghosts that he's messing around with.
Yeah,
That's why he's a lot of
he needs protection big time. Okay, yeah, question, first question. Take him through.
Okay. First question about releasing life is asking, is it better if you release with your own hands?
No. Mình phóng sanh mình tự làm tốt hơn nhưng mình thì khác không? No, it's about the dharma, the execution of the dharma.
So if you release, say you release 10 lives and the temple release 1 life, then the temple still is doing better than you release.
There's no temple.
Oh, say it's the
He's a third dhyana, he can release 10 times. Okay? But let's say I'm sure release once. Jackson is spent at least only 8 hours before he catches up with a shore. Right?
He has before he used it, I'm sure.
You know I'm sure, right? Does it hurt?
Yeah.
It's alright. You know, most of you don't last more than one, so enjoy the ride.
Okay. Another one about the non-Buddhism meddling and got sick. And he's wondering if she endures the suffering, then it can turn into blessings. Is it true?
No.
No.
She just has to suffer. The sad thing is that she does not understand why it's happening. You see, like when he heals, like when Jack heals, he understands, he learns something out of it, right? There's a lesson behind it, right, Jack? When you heal someone, you learn a lot, right? So you learn it from that process. This woman, she becomes more and more greedy, thinking she can get a free ride.
The one with the temples.
Yeah.
She's not learning. She's not
That's the
learning.
worst. That's the worst. Any questions? Anything else? Yes? I thought Jack has a few.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions on this? Okay. I don't know how we got into illnesses when we talk about teaching periods. You guys, something else? Come on, you guys. But anyway, for Tex benefit, you know, Tex is a celebrity, so we may treat him slightly differently. I don't know, his face, I saw him on somewhere before, like internet or music awards or something. No?
You could have. You could have, yeah. It's possible.
Possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been around. This guy's been
Yeah.
around for a long, long time. He's some sort of performer. Artist. Yeah, it doesn't look it, but just in case you don't come back ever again. I understand.
I'll be back
So
soon. I'll
bad,
see you tomorrow.
I want to close on sicknesses by saying that you are in control, not the ghosts.
All of us.
All of them.
Yeah.
Okay? Quý vị là người tự chủ, chứ không phải tự ngã quý. Why is that? Why?
Because you can cross your legs.
Because you have the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas on your side. Đây, một cái Phật dạy nhân tính này, người ta này.
There's no.
Isn't it good news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you doing running after the healers and these experiments? You understand? There's nothing that the Buddha and Bodhisattvas cannot not handle. Nothing. So what separates you from the other? Con thấy mình như hình tượng chạy theo mấy người tà ma hồi tào la lố bụng sòm nó chữa này chữa nọ tôi đuổi quỷ là đuổi quỷ nọ thầy bà là cũng kêu dễ sợ mình đi theo nó đuổi quỷ đi cái đầu không có nhiều Phật Bồ Tát lo rồi thầy đúng không tin bạn không tin thôi nhưng người ta sẽ làm giúp mình lòng tin vậy bạn see that? Yes.
Does that mean that we don't have to see doctors anymore? Like, skip out annual physicals?
No. Yes, I wouldn't say that. When you do that, when you say that, that means that the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are putting doctors and dentists and acupuncturists out of business. That's not what we do. Right? To save you means that you put, you put people out of business. That's not a good thing to do. They have their place. They have their use. It's all arrangement, conditions. Okay? When it's time for you to be healed by acupuncturist, you'll be healed by acupuncturist. When it's time for you to be healed by a Western doctor, you'll be healed by a Western doctor. They're there for a reason. Give them a chance to earn a living, give them a chance to plan the blessings as well. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are all embracing. We don't favor you over doctors and dentists. Right? What's fair about it? Đúng không gì đó, bác sĩ với nha sĩ họ không có chuyện làm nữa. Mỗi cái duyên tới cần nha sĩ chữa thì nha sĩ chữa, cần bác sĩ chữa, thầy chứ không có chữa, thầy chứ không có chữa. Đúng không vậy? Mình không phải là Phật Bồ Tát mà giúp đời, có nghĩa là mấy người cái điều thất nghiệp này. Huh? Yes.
Just to add to last Monday, my doctor did stand before me and two nurses and said he doesn't know how this happened. Admitted.
You see the aura behind my head? No special effects today.
You might have too.
They help, They know the limitations and they're helpful. They brought you to that
I was
level.
impressed that he said that.
Yeah, they brought you to that level. It's beyond the understanding. Come on, that's a good one. That's the kind of doctor you want to hang around. You want to hang on to. Nghe hiểu? Chị nói là không biết tại sao mà nhưng bị chữa khi là bị bệnh được, bệnh nó bệnh, ung thư nó bệnh, không cần thuốc. It's different condition. Everyone gets help because then you're helping your doctor as well. The doctor becomes more humble. It's just, wait a minute, there's more behind the scenes I know about. So I need to learn more about this, do more research, share this so that other people can illuminate this so that we all understand from this. There's a lot that we don't understand. It's humility. That's how we help doctors. Okay? Any questions? Okay. Slide number 30. Moving along. Translator. Translated from Sanskrit to Chinese. The Tang Dynasty. Thầy Đường á, là được phiên dịch từ chữ Tạng ra chữ Tạng. There are 5 different versions. Back then, there are lots of emperors who sponsored the translation. Từ trước mấy hoàng đế, mấy đế vương ta giúp cái phiên dịch cho tiền nhiều lắm, cho xây chùa với cho trả tiền cho phiên dịch. Our version here is based on Sutra, who translated under emperors Tang Haichung and Cao Trung. Cái bản mình bản cái tàu này là từ của nhà Huyền Trang dịch ra của đời Thái Tông, tức là Cao Tông. Okay. Any questions on the translation? Good, 31. Thus I have heard at one time the Bhagavan was traveling through various lands to teach and transform living beings. He arrived at Vaisali, city extensive adornments, and stayed beneath the tree from which music resounded. Believe it or not, this is the very first time we reach the text of a sutra after 1 month. With him was an assembly of 8,000 great bhikshus and 36,000 bodhisattvas, mahasattvas. Also kings, ministers, brahmins, and lay disciples. Gods, dragons, and the rest of the Eightfold Division, beings both human and non-human. The immeasurable great multitude respectfully surrounded him, and he spoke Dharma for them. Ta đã nghe như vậy, một thuở nọ, Đức Bạc Gia Phạm đi châu du, giáo hóa các nước đến thành Quả Nhiên ở nghỉ dưới cây nhạc âm cùng với 8.000 vị kheo chúng. 3.000-6.000 đại Bồ Tát, Ma Ha Tát, các hàng quốc vương, đại thần, Bà La Môn, cư sĩ, Tiên Long, Bát Bộ, cùng nhân phi nhân rằng cả thầy đại chúng đều vô lượng, đồng cung kính với quan Phật ngài thuyết pháp cho họ. Slide number 34. Since Dharmasadawa back there in the Jin dynasty, cái thời ngài Đạo An từ đời Tấn, they usually have divided sutras. He divided sutras into 3 sections. Ngài chia ra, đầu tiên là chia ra 3 phần. The first one is preface, phần giới thiệu. He explains the horizon of teaching. Second section là the text proper. Thì cái phần đầu là phần giới thiệu, phần mở đầu. Xong phần cái gì là cái phần kinh. So the text proper is a certain section of the sutra here, and is finally the third section is circulation section. Cái phần cuối cùng cái phần lưu thông. Phần lưu thông là it's important that once you learn the principles and they are useful principles, then you want to tell more about these principles. So you want to circulate the knowledge, share the knowledge. Phần lưu thông quan trọng là mình hiểu rồi thì mình lưu truyền cho người khác, người ta có thể hưởng những cái lời này ra. Okay, questions. Slide number 35. Each Buddhist sutra has 6 requirements. Những kinh Phật đã có 6 cái Phật. This is based on the tradition of Dragon Tree Bodhisattva. This is how he broke it down. Ngài Long Thọ Bồ Tát này truyền cái pháp này. The 6 requirements are faith, hearing, time, speaker, place, and audience. Okay? Cái phần 6 phần đó là gì? Cái phần tín, phần văn, phần thời giờ, phần thời, người nói, cái chỗ và cái chúng. Okay? So let's go through those 6 requirements of the sutra. How about the need? Faith. Faith is denoted by the word thus. Phần tín là cái chữ như vậy. Okay. According to that great Bodhisattva, actually he's a Buddha, the Venerable Vimalakirti Later, cái ngài Kumala Thập, không phải ngài Kumala Thập, cái ông gì mà ông cư sĩ đó, quỷ mổ mà Di Ma Cật, ngài Di Ma Cật, ông Phật rồi, ông Phật rồi. According to him, all dharmas are dust. Everything is dust. Ngài nói tất cả đều là như vậy. Nhất thiết pháp dài như dài. Meaning that all dharmas arise from conditions and have no self-negation. Cái chữ pháp là từ duyên sinh và nó không có tự tính. Okay? Understand this? Got that? Okay. So what happens is that when the Buddha speaks Dharma, it tallies with the principles, and then it tallies up with the principles, and then it tallies with the audience, the receivers. That's how Buddha speaks Dharma. Thì Phật khi giảng pháp là phải khế lý, có nghĩa là phải đúng theo cái lý, pháp lý. Nhưng đều khế lý không đủ, phải còn phải đúng với khế cơ nữa, phải thích hợp cho người nghe. Okay. Faith comes out first because it's necessary for you to enter Mahayana. Có lòng tin mới thâm nhập được cái pháp đại thừa. Okay? This Mahayana is also called middle way. Đại thừa cũng gọi là trung đạo. Because unlike externalists, okay, we stay away from extremes. Tại ngược lại những cái tuổi ngoại đạo thì mình trung dung, mình ở giữa. Okay? To put it in plain words about faith, nói về faith. Can you bring forth faith in your heart to believe that people can be good to you for the sake of being good, not because of their own benefits? Vì có thể tin được người ta giúp mình tại vì chỉ muốn mình được tốt, được lợi, nhưng hoàn toàn không có lợi cho người ta. Can you believe that? You know, I know you adults, like Linda, for example. When people help you, it's really to help them, to serve them, right? People help you because they want you to serve them. Okay? Because you are used to others. You're useful. That's why you receive help. Whereas I've run into a person who helps you for the sake of helping you. Period. Okay? And that is Master Sri One. Okay? He helps you for your sake, not for his sake. Zero check. Zero. For example, he helped heal a lot of people from their sicknesses. And you know, he has to pay the price. Eventually, at the end of his life, he was so sick. Okay? That's how he chose to manifest that. Trust me, it doesn't have to be that way. Okay? Not everyone's going to be like that. You don't have to worry about it. Okay? But I'm saying that even at the end of his life, to help others, because he helped me. When I looked at that, I said, oh, I don't want to help us. I don't want to heal people. Okay? Never mind about tantra. Never mind all these dharmas. No thanks. No money in the world is worth it for me. Okay? Even at the end of his life, he chose to suffer so that people like myself look at that and say, wow, there's a price to pay. You know, you can't take it for granted. He still undergoes suffering to teach you. Okay? Thì có nhiều người có thể tin được, có thể giúp người ta, giúp cho người ta. Người thường những bạn người ta giúp bạn, người ta muốn bạn phục vụ như vậy, luôn luôn giúp để phục vụ. Làm đến tuổi thiên chúa giáo nó kẹt thì giúp mình, tại Chúa là muốn mình tới phục vụ cho Chúa, khổ kẹt. Đời tôi gặp tiếng nói cũng không giúp là giúp thôi, giúp cho mình như vậy ông ngay cuộc đời ông chữa cái ba nhà mình chuyện người ta, sau rồi cuối cùng khi mà trước khi ông đi ông bệnh nặng không biết được, đau tim, cái đau mà dễ sợ. Thì không phải là khi mình ai cũng phải như vậy không, ai hơn nó cũng bị như vậy. Tùy người cái pháp để giúp cái. Thì đối với tôi nhìn nó, tôi nói là tôi cảm ơn thầy, tại vì chính vì thầy dạy tôi nhiều pháp chữa bệnh, mà tôi thấy thầy bệnh quá tôi không dám chữa ai. Không đâu có học chứ, mình cứ tưởng bợ đâu hay. Mình nói bây giờ cái cho mình cái chùa, xong rồi cuối cùng 10 năm nữa mình bệnh như ông tiên nói chùa bệnh ra, đúng không? Mà không hay nhớ ông khổ cho mình thấy. Đừng có than, có gì mà than đấy. Trước khi ông còn dạy mình tốt dễ sợ không? Giúp thôi.
Vậy là cái sự vận động là nó thành cái nghiệp của ta.
Phải không người lại. Những cái tôi khi mà không cho chúng không được làm việc cấm, nhưng thằng lừa nó cấm đấy, không đi chịu đến đây nào cấm. Nhưng mình chùa hàng nó rõ ràng tôi là quả, tôi nghèo này nó cần cấm, tôi quả được, còn bên họ là không được chịu, không được chịu, rất rõ ràng. Người đi chứ mình nó đáng gì, thầy dạy nó nghe là đáng gì, nó đáng gì. Không cần. What
about those people who choose to be doctors and they...
Okay. Now we're talking. I have loved them. They don't have a good ending. Most of them don't have a good ending.
Good ending.
You know, all your life.
Nurses and doctors.
Yes, nurses and doctors. We do not have a good ending.
No.
They can't
I
have
can
an
tell
ending.
you that. 32 years ago. What about pharmacy?
Not good either.
Not good either.
Not good either.
I have nothing to do. I have no blessing.
The point here, hỏi cho bây giờ bác sĩ với nha sĩ nào là sao, việc sự sao, đi can thiệp gì người ta phải đáng chịu, đúng không? Người ta bệnh nhảy vào mình can thiệp mình chữa mình lấy tiền thì mình cảnh cái đó chứ, phải chịu chứ, đâu có chùa chứ. So what happened? So does it mean you stay away from these professions?
Cultivate if you know about it.
That's right.
A little bit late for me, but I'm just working on it.
It's never too late, but at least you are doing something about it. You're not ignoring it. See, this is where they don't understand.
They don't know.
And it doesn't have to be their own body. It's the family, their parents, you name it. They have a way of getting at you.
Isn't that the truth? Your children.
Your children, your nephews, your nieces, your grandchildren. If you attach to your grandchildren and they die young, look at what it does to you. It destroys you. It destroys your life. Okay? It's not a good thing to meddle. Can thiệp mà chịu chịu. Đừng có ham chịu. Yes. Any question? Yes.
But isn't that, when you do have, I know it's meddling, but still, isn't that something that you do out of your heart and it would be something that you would...
It helps.
A blessing?
It helps. On one side, you do it with the proper motivation, you're creating blessings. On the other hand, you're still creating the causes for retribution if you do meddling. Okay? No two ways about it. When you meddle, you pay the price.
Well, then, Master, people that are in the medical field that do it because they really care,
Yeah.
then they're planning blessings, but they're meddling.
So none of them have suffered because maybe either they're bodhisattvas or they have prior blessings where they are shielded. Okay? At least this lifetime. But when you meddle, you're creating causes for you to receive retributions. You may not receive it this lifetime, but you will receive retribution in the future.
But if you're receiving...
Agree?
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no cause and effect. Right? See, this is where cái mình cái tưởng là nhiều khi có người bác sĩ ở đời ta bình hòa, ta vẫn sống trong trước này họ rất hạnh phúc, nó tạo cái phước ở trước rồi, có nghĩa cái kiếp này mình được thoát rồi, mình được cái kiếp sau mình thoát rồi. You only delay the inevitable. That's all you do. Okay? Does that mean you should not go into these professions? No, I'm not promoting that. Don't mean mình phải làm đâu. Does it mean that Jack should quit his agriculture business? No. Go in it with a proper motivation. Go in it for the sake of helping others, not for the sake of making money or having a comfortable life and so on. Okay. If you go and do that, with that kind of mindset, it makes you more prone to receive the retribution much quicker. Okay? On the other hand, I believe that you should go into those professions if you cultivate. Làm mấy nghề nó được nếu như tu. It's a good thing to go into those professions when you cultivate. Okay? Why is that? Because, folks, you're creating offenses by earning a living anyway. Aren't you?
That's right.
Aren't you creating offenses? Huh?
You're being paid.
When you go into sales, you lie. Yeah? I don't know about you, but I was in sales. I lied through my teeth. Every day. You cannot embarrass me with mean and dirty and evil things because I've seen it. I've done it. Okay? So, you're creating offenses, making a living anyway. Okay? So the idea here is to make a living and minimize your creating offenses. That's being smart. Right? Don't be hiện tại mình sống sướng, người ngoài ta sướng, ta sinh sống và ta tạo nghiệp. Thành ra mình khôn khéo đó. Tôi nói mình phải nên làm bác sĩ hay là nha sĩ là làm thầy thuốc đó. Tôi nói làm được như làm phải tu. Tại lúc mình người ta sinh sống có thể tạo nghiệp, mình thoát được đó. Mình chỉ tạo nghiệp để mình nghiệp người ta mình làm chùa thôi chứ còn mình không có tạo cái nghiệp kia. I was joking with her. I said, the only offense we're creating as level people is we cheat you out of your money to build temples. So it's not as bad.
Oh, Master. Oh.
Okay? So, beware. But the point here is that I advocate that you should go into public service. You should go into the medical field. Because those are good professions if you want to help others and make a decent living.
Nursing doesn't make a decent living.
Well,
they really don't. They're made better now than they did when I was doing it.
Right. But you're doing it not for the money. You just, the point is that you have enough to sustain your family. That's to me is best. Because what happens is when you have too much money, it's not good. Trust me, you become arrogant. Okay? Tôi khuyên là nên vào những cái làm cái việc công chức hoặc là làm cái chuyện về thầy thuốc về chữa bệnh tại để y tại vì tôi nghĩ là nếu như mình cái tâm mình muốn giúp người ta thì mình phải coi trọng mình làm việc mình không làm việc mình không có nhiều tiền cũng tốt, sống nhiều tiền quá nó tạo những cái tật xấu. Okay. When you have too much money, you self-indulge. You become arrogant, you self-indulge. Those are the two things that none of you can escape when you have money. No.
Well, what about other medical professions? There's a lot of them out there. Like dentistry.
Dentistry.
Psychiatry.
What about teacher?
Teacher, absolutely. See, these are the things that I like. I like these professions. I love teachers.
You love what?
I love teaching, the teaching profession. Because you create the least amount of offenses. Yes.
I don't think that's true anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
Yes, but you have the chance to create the least amount of offenses.
Why isn't it true anymore?
Because the teachers now use the schools as a means of political indoctrination.
Tôi thích cái nghề giáo dục. Because what happened is that, like if I had a choice, I would go to the teaching profession. Either tôi thích là tôi vào cái nghề dạy. Either I go for a college professorship, okay, vào dạy trường đại học. They have tenure track. Oh yeah.
Tenure, okay.
Yeah. My brother, he has tenure track. He's a full-time professor. He puts in about 20 hours a week. That's all you're required to do. But they put in more than that. But the point is that now you're forming people's mind, and you are adding to the human knowledge. You're creating, you're building, you're not destroying. Okay. In a regular profession, we destroy the competition, or you're destroying your colleagues because you need to for rivalry, for promotion, whatever. Okay. So what? Tại cái nghề dạy nó hay lắm, tại cái nghề đại học họ có được tenure, có nghĩa là vào đó họ suốt đời phải được như vậy, không được. The money is not that great. Actually, it's not bad actually, but the point is that you are building. Do something that is constructive with your life. That's important. It doesn't have to be in a particular profession, but build something. Stay on the positive side. Don't destroy. Quan trọng là mình làm cái nghề nghiệp gì, mình xây dựng cái đường phát. Like you go into even like a trading, like even security trading business, they're destroying the whole world with all the greed. Okay, that's not good. It's not the profession is bad. It's just that those individuals are misguided. Okay, so it's no bad profession. It's no bad anything. But the point is that try to earn a living, minimizing the offenses you create. That's all. Okay, and I strongly encourage people to go into education because, folks, with what you know, you are an excellent teacher. All of you. And you can teach that to the children. The next generation will be in fantastic shape. That's your gift to humanity. Dạy giáo dục mà giờ ta mình hiểu nhân quả, mình hiểu cái đạo lý để dạy người ta, mình công tràng cho cái thế lớn không được. Okay? You're molding the next generation. That's the kind of influence you have. That's how important you are in education. Unfortunately, the teachers and the professors are messed up. So they're missing out on a terrific opportunity to build the world.
They aren't looking at it like that, most of them.
They don't understand it. Okay, any questions? I don't know how we got into that.
We did a lot of things.
Okay. Second item, the second requirement, hearing. Phần cái gì là phần văn. I myself heard it. Okay? Ta đã nghe như vậy đấy. In fact, when we mention I in Mahayana text, khi mà mình nói cái chuyện ta, tôi trong cái kinh thì actually it's referring to a no self, no human, no living being, no lifespan. Okay? That's the concept of the I in Mahayana. Ngã, ta mình tìm ra cái ta của đại thương mình là không có ngã, không có nhân, không có chúng, sinh cũng không có cuộc sống, không có tuổi thọ. Okay?
It's not Ananda.
It's not Ananda. Ngay không phải người thầy ai ra. In particular, in the Buddha Dharma, the human and Dharma have no self. In fact, they vô ngã. Versus the externalists, they see a false self, the God of themselves as a God, as a teacher. Người ngoại đạo thì vẫn còn thấy cái giả ngã. In particular, they're very attached to their body. Very, very attached. Does it ring a bell? You know, chấp trước cái thân. No? None of you is attached to the body?
No.
Externalists! Why do you think I explain it to you? To remind you of you're on the externalist path. Unless you make changes. How do you make changes? Right here! That's the key. I rest my case. Externalist. Big time, huh? Isn't it big time? Big time. Huh? Isn't it beautiful? Okay. I would like to close on the hearing thing here, and then we leave for the day. I have heard, I have heard hearing requires three conditions of the sense organ, the consciousness, and the sound set. Okay. It has the three conditions for the hearing to happen. Cần cái ba cái duyên, căn, cái thức và cái tánh. And personally, Ananda heard it from the Buddha. Okay, because since he became an attendant, he haven't left the Buddha's side. Or whatever the Buddha preached before Ananda came along, then the Buddha retold him. Okay. Ananda nghe từ tai, nghe từ nghe Phật. Và trước khi mà ngài làm tỳ giả của Phật thì nghe những cái phần đó thì Phật dùng phần không nói là thế này. Okay, and so this is how the Buddha Sutras begin. Thus, I have heard, because it removes the doubts that it's not Ananda who became a Buddha, it's not the Buddha who came back to life, or it's not another Buddha. Thì cái phần mà tôi đã nghe như vậy là quan trọng là giải quyết ba cái phần vấn đề nghi vấn của trong đại chúng. Thì đầu tiên là nghĩ là ngài Đăng Đài là giống Phật quá đấy, đẹp trai giống Phật, đẹp trai giống sao? Thì tưởng là ngài Đăng Đài thành Phật rồi. không chưa thành Phật mà đã hạn. Ngài hoặc là Phật đã sống lại hồi sinh Phật, hoặc là một Phật khác tới giảng kinh cho họ nghe. Okay, any questions? No questions? See, when it comes to principles and dharmas, no one wants to know. Okay, then we close for today. Any final questions? Then we do a transfers, and then I'm thinking of not cleaning up today and see what happens. Because every time I come here, I get pissed because see, it's a mess when we come in.
Yeah.
And it's clean when we leave.
Yeah.
And it's just not right. You know, I'd like to be sloppy one of these days. Okay, folks, let's do a transfer and then clean up. Let's see how to memorize this English thing. May these merits and virtues adorn the Buddha's pure land, repaying the four kinds of kindness above, aiding a threefold path below. May those who see and hear all bring forth the holy mind. And when this retribution body is done, be over